Definition of vocabulary. There are several definitions of vocabulary by some experts. According to Vasagi 2009, vocabulary is one element of language component that should be learned and taught. In addition, word vocabulary is the tool we use think to express ideas and feelings and learn about the world. It is said that vocabulary is used by people as the basic knowledge of learning a language in order to make communication and interaction among them in their daily life. Meanwhile, according to Hornby 2006, vocabulary is all the words that a person knows or uses, and it is all the words in a particular language. In addition, vocabulary can be defined as a collection of words known and used by individuals. That's said by Nation. Smith 2000 also stated that vocabulary is the number of words known and used by a person in the target language, while Brown 2007 vocabulary is one of the four major language skills that must be mastered by foreign language learners, along with grammar, pronunciation, and listening comprehension.
The importance of learning vocabulary, as Alemi and Chaibi states that vocabulary is the basic component of language proficiency which provides the basic for learners' performance in other skills such as speaking, reading, listening, and writing. Stahl and Fairbanks in Bromley also state that students who have good vocabulary mastery will have good reading comprehension and high score on achievement tests than students who are lack of vocabulary. In addition, according to Smith and McCarthy, learning vocabulary is essentially to understand foreign language. An extensive vocabulary will help you understand text and speak fluently. In addition, learning vocabulary can also improve your reading and writing skill, as well as enrich your own vocabulary. While Nation state vocabulary is an important part of language skill. In language learning, vocabulary must be taught as explicitly and continuously updated. Vocabulary learning can also be done in various ways, such as reading, writing, listening, and speaking.
Teaching vocabulary according to Lado de Mardia, the aspect of vocabulary that can be by learners are as follows. The first is meaning. The first thing to realize when learning vocabulary is that words often have more than one meaning. Therefore, when conveying meaning to students, teachers should teach students that a word can have more than one meaning when it's used. Students that a word can have more than one meaning when used in different contexts. Pronunciation. Pronunciation is the way of saying a word or letter. Pronunciation is difficult to learn because sometimes a word has two or more than two pronunciations, but some words also have only one pronunciation. Word use. Students need to recognize the use of metaphorical language and they need to know collocated words. They also need to understand the context of the language style and what topics, context of language style, and what topics appear in the words and expression. For example, if you meet your friend or on the street, you can say hi or hello. But if you meet your teacher, you should greet him with the formal expression like good morning, sir.
Spelling. Spelling is very important in learning vocabulary because spelling is needed in reading. Spelling is to connect the sound of a letter. Therefore, teacher must be ensure students correct English pronunciation and spelling. D. The techniques in teaching vocabulary. Here are some techniques of teaching vocabulary is stated by Brewster, Ellis, and Giron in 1992. Using object. The use of these techniques include the use of realia, visual aids, and demonstration. These techniques can serve to help learners remember vocabulary better as our memory for objects and images is very reliable and visual techniques can act as cause remember words. Take it 20 and 8. In addition, Gears and Friedman in 1986 state that the real object technique is inappropriate for beginners or young learners and when presenting concert vocabulary. Introducing a new word by showing the original object often helps students to memorize the word through visualization. Objects that are in the classroom or brought into the classroom can be used. They can be drawn on the board or down on flashcards, the latter of which can be used over and over again in different contexts if they are made with cards and covered in plastic. The cards can help learners easily understand and realize the main points they have learned in the classroom. Al-Kahtani 20 and 15.
Another technique in teaching vocabulary is using illustration and a picture. Pictures connect student parent knowledge with the new story, and in the process, it will help students learn new words. There are many vocabulary words that can be introduced using illustration or pictures. This is because pictures are an excellent way to clarify the meaning of unknown words. It is according to Al-Kahtani in 2015. The list of frequently used pictures include the poster, wall charts, magazine, pictures, board pictures, stick figures, and a photograph. Another technique in teaching vocabulary is a contrast. Some words are easily explained to students by contrasting them with their opposite. For example, the word good is contrasted with the word bad. However, some words cannot to contrast because it is almost impossible to contrast words whose opposites are gradable words. When the word when the word white is contrasted with the word black, the word gray will show up between two of them. So demonstrated have also shown that vocabulary is best acquired if it is similar to what has already been learned. Is according to Rutska et al. In 18 and 82 and 19 and 85. So it's not surprising that learning synonyms is a way to expand our vocabulary. The last technique is enumeration. An enumeration is collection of items that is a complete and orderly list of items in the collection. This technique can be used to present meaning. In other words, this technique helps when there is a word that is difficult to explain visually. For example, we can say clothes and explain by enumerating or listing various items such as shirt, skirt, trousers, and etc. And then the meaning of the word clothes will be clear is according to Hammer in 1881.